It's a new year and a new chance for you to make a fresh start with your compliance. For the next 31 days on the FCPA Compliance Report, we're going to be bringing you a daily tip, strategy, or idea that you can use to improve your program. Here's your host, Tom Fox, the Compliance Evangelist.
This month's sponsor of 31 Days to a More Effective Compliance Program is Affiliated Monitors. Founded in 2004, Affiliated Monitors provides professional, independent integrity monitoring and ethics and compliance assessments nationally and internationally and across almost all industries. With its knowledge of effective ethics and compliance programs and cultures, Affiliated Monitors is respected for its work as the corporate monitor on matters ranging from multinational corporations to small and mid-sized companies and even individuals. Having served in over 750 monitorships, no one has more experience as an independent monitor than the team at Affiliated Monitors. For more information on how an independent monitor can help improve your company's ethics and compliance program, visit this month's sponsor, Affiliated Monitors, at www.affiliatedmonitors.com. Continuous improvement through email sweeps. The 2012 FCPA Guidance specified a good compliance program should constantly evolve. A company's business changes over time, as do the environments in which it operates, the nature of its customers, the laws which govern its actions, and the standards of its industries. In addition, compliance programs do not exist on paper, but are followed in practice and will inevitably uncover compliance weaknesses and require enhancements. Consequently, the Department of Justice and Securities and Exchange Commission evaluate whether companies regularly review and improve their compliance programs and not allow them to become stale. Continuous improvement requires that you not only audit but also monitor whether employees are staying within the compliance program. In addition to the language set out in the 2012 FCPA guidance, 2 of the 7 compliance elements in the U.S. sentencing guidelines call for companies to monitor, audit, and respond quickly to the allegations of misconduct. These 3 activities are key components enforcement officials look for when determining whether companies maintain adequate oversight of their compliance programs. Your company should establish a regular monitoring system to spot issues and address them. Effective monitoring means applying a consistent set of protocols, checks, controls tailored to your company's risks to detect and remediate compliance programs on an ongoing basis. Many compliance practitioners understand that you should be checking in routinely with local finance departments and your foreign offices to ask if they have noticed any recent accounting irregularities. Regional directors should be required to keep tabs on potential improper activities in the countries in which they manage. These ongoing efforts demonstrate that your company is serious about compliance. Yet ongoing monitoring is not limited to the financial component of compliance. Another approach is to review emails both as a preventative and detective program and through the technique of email sweeps. The concept is straightforward. At regular intervals, you can sweep through your company email database for identified keywords that can be flagged for further investigation. The beauty of this approach is that it does not require an extensive e-discovery software tool or license purchase. It can be accomplished generally in 2 days or less, perhaps even 1 day. Also, it is not limited to anti-corruption compliance, but any of the risk factors identified for your company. The objective of this approach is to find the smoke, which may be evidence of a compliance breakdown and a related compliance fire, by sweeping through emails to uncover those emails that may contain real issues. From this starting point, you can assess and prioritize by checking and verifying that there are issues worth investigating and investigate those issues first. Further, if warranted, you can invoke your investigation protocol with all the requisite protections and securities. In addition to the cost effectiveness of this approach, it satisfies the Tom Fox mantra of document, 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 because everything you have done can be verified and audited. Finally, as regulators continue to evolve in their understandings and appreciation of a best practices compliance program, you will evolve your compliance program to a new level of detection that could well allow you to have a more robust preventative mode as well. When your compliance program has a strong prevent prong, it can be the most effective to stave off any issues becoming anti-corruption, FCPA, or UK Bribery Act violations. Continuous improvement through continuous monitoring will help your compliance program stay abreast of any changes in your business model's compliance risks and allow growth based upon new and updated business practices specified by regulators. A compliance program is a continuously evolving organism, just as your company is continually improving its business processes. The 2012 FCPA Guidance made clear that the Department of Justice and the Securities and Exchange Commission will give meaningful credit through efforts to create a sustainable compliance program if a problem is later discovered. Similarly, undertaking proactive evaluations before a problem strikes can lower the applicable penalty range in the U.S. sentencing guidelines. Although the nature and frequency of proactive evaluations may depend and vary on the size and complexity of an organization, the idea behind such efforts is the same: continuous improvement and sustainability. So what are today's 3 key takeaways? Well, I think that any company which did not or does not engage in ongoing monitoring around financial issues would seem seen to be certainly in less than best practices around financial compliance, and it might even seem to be negligent. So why wouldn't you have the same approach with your employee communications and emails? Also, if you take a much broader approach to ongoing monitoring for continuous improvement, you see that it's with this more holistic view, you can determine other indicia of corruption. If there is email traffic in one particular part of the world, it allows you to bring a solution to bear in that part of the world, or in that business unit, or around that product, or perhaps around that customer. Number 2, where there is compliance smoke, there is usually compliance fire. If there's chatter around something that appears to be unethical, a violation of your policies and procedures, or even illegal, that means it probably is. So be sure to remember, where there's smoke, there's usually fire. And then finally, continuous improvement can be achieved in a variety of cost-effective ways. One of the clear themes of this month has been you are only limited by your imagination. And email sweeps for continuous improvement are another method for you to use going forward. I hope you'll join us again tomorrow, where we take up another topic in continuous improvement of 31 days to a more effective compliance program. As a call to action, I would ask that you tell one of your colleagues about this podcast series on the nuts and bolts of compliance, 31 days to a more effective compliance program, and this month's topic of continuous monitoring. 31 Days to a More Effective Compliance Program is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network, and this month's sponsor is Affiliated Monitors. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow for another episode in 31 Days to a More Effective Compliance Program.